I'm out in the woods again today, revisiting this teepee I started last week. I stripped it down to the bare bones. You can see all these branches laying around. What I'd done is I piled them up along the side to kind of fill in all the gaps. But I'm out here again today to finish this off. It is now about 3 or 4 hours later. This is where I'm at so far on my teepee. This has taken a lot longer than I thought. I was out here last week. I had started a teepee frame with 11 trees. I'd estimated that it would take about 30-35 trees plus all the scraps to completely fill this in. I got to about 28 trees today, and I figured that that was enough and I could start using all the scraps. And this teepee looks not too bad from here. I'm actually quite a ways away just to get the whole thing in. It's still far from being complete. There's still a lot of holes. This is not a bad shelter if you had nothing else, but if it was snowing and blowing, you'd be feeling it in there. And this is the first type of teepee, or the largest type of teepee I've ever built, and the first one I've ever built without any spruce boughs. This location in here is probably one of the few areas in Alberta that has no spruce trees. And it'd be really handy right now to have at least a few good trees to cut down that could fill in all the gaps. Now there's no question that there's enough resources out here that I could keep filling in that teepee to make it nice windbreak. It's just a matter of time. No shortage of resources, but time is always an issue in survival. And this has taken a lot longer than I thought, including last week and what I've done so far today. This is about 6 or 7 hours of work, and I'm quite a ways off from it being complete. I'd mentioned last week as well that if I had a tarp, it'd make my life a lot easier. And even with my tarp, I got one that's about a 10 by 12 at home. Even with that, it'd barely do anything. It'd barely cover anything on that shelter. That area at the top where it's all intersected, that's about 12 or 14 feet high. The teepee at the bottom is probably about 8 feet in diameter. You can really notice all the holes a lot better when you're inside the shelter looking out. From here, it looks pretty good. So we already know that with a lot more time and effort, you can fill in all those gaps. I really should have stuck to my plan and just kept laying more and more trees against the tripod. And eventually you're going to fill in all those gaps. I just kind of took a little shortcut and started using all the scraps to fill it in. I have my snowshoes there for a temporary door. I'd still have to make a door, still have to make a bed, and seeing as there's no spruce trees around, I would just have to use twigs to make myself a bed. And if you do that properly, you can actually make one more comfortable than one with spruce boughs. That's pretty much all the time I have for today. I got to get moving. Got to get heading home. And thanks for watching.